Hey man, you ever felt unstoppable?
Ask around. I'm not the guy you want to go toe to toe with. You're a bitch. Your friends are bitches. So we have a Shot for the Point sort of special for you. As you know, if you're a member or a Twitch subscriber or Patreon, you can sync your account to our Discord and you get extra shows and extra content and things of that nature. So yesterday, we did just that. Most of these are hosted by Matt Pitt, but I jumped in on this particular one. Of course, Matt's in the United States. I'm in Europe, so he gets all the good hours. So that's a good reason to subscribe, but that's not the only reason to have you here. I have Matt Pitt with me right now. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good.
We have a pretty interesting interview. The story of Mango by, what's this guy's name? Electric Blue or?
Electric Blake.
Electric Blake. And Electric Blake likes to blow stuff up on TikTok, right?
Yeah, TikTok, and he's moving to YouTube as well.
Oh, well, good for Electric Blake. He also likes to get told what to do, abused, and manipulated by women. If that also seems to be the case, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I could say abused, but yeah.
I would say abused. I think that's subjectively true. I think that, in fact, I'm making you say he's abused.
Okay.
How about, we'll just put it this way.
Fair enough.
So last night you introduced the whole story, and you're going to hear that right here. And then I come in, and I'll be honest with you, I was pretty skeptical of this guy right off the bat. I thought, like, come on. I mean, you're just ignoring every sign in the book. And as time goes on in the interview, I realize the area this guy grew up in, his upbringing, and maybe a few other shining factors. This Electric Blake was, I'm sorry. I was kidding just a second ago. I'm thinking he was abused. He was abused by this woman, taken advantage of in an extreme manner. Some of which is absolutely hysterical in every manner, in every manner to be thought. But then you get to the end of this interview and realize this guy's got a heart of gold, and he does really mean the best, but he needs to start standing up for himself, don't you think?
Yeah, I'd say he was financially abused, most definitely. And just the way everything happened to him is, when I talked to him off the record for an hour and a half, I couldn't help but feel really bad for this guy. And when he came back on stage, it was just, the same way. And like, it's just one of those things where it's like, he seems like a really nice guy and he just got taken advantage of. And
well, I don't know, if it was a woman, that would be called abuse, wouldn't it? I mean, if she was on the other foot here, they would call this abuse. I think it's just because it's a man. I think this is, God, I've heard of mental abuse before. I mean, everybody who gets divorced uses that. I've been accused of that by my ex-wife. Right. Mental abuse. Well, what did he do? Yeah. He called me a bunch of names. Oh, okay, yeah. Sure. So I guess what I'm saying is, if that qualifies, so does this. But no, I at first I'm just like, you're a sucker, and you can see me the mood lighten as it goes on, and he seems to be a terribly nice kid that was probably got the. He didn't get dealt a great hand in life, and he still came out of it with a real smile. And no matter how much fun we had with him or how we abused him, he seemed to take it with great stride, which always impresses me. And then I guess we're gonna try to help him going forward, right, Matt?
Yeah, definitely. I think helping him with thumbnails and stuff like that, I think that's a good idea. And
yeah, I kind of want to bring him into the Shot from the Point tardy family that we are. So here you go. We got more than an hour, and I think it's like an hour and 10 minutes of Matt explaining this, me interrogating this poor kid, and then yelling at idiot caller. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the program.
All right. So I want to talk about Mango real quick. Just real quick, just want to talk about it real quick. I don't know if you know who Mango is, aka Neon Caffeine. She was a YouTuber, commentary YouTuber, kind of a anime girl, if you will, who did shows, did commentary videos on stuff and random things, slowly working their way up. 8,000 subscribers, nothing crazy, nothing big. she got her biggest video is a video that has 140,000 views, which is pretty good. And then her video after that is 30K. So there's a drop right there. But she's mainly known because she did a stream on After Hours with Augie RFC about raintism, where she went on the stream and she basically she said a lot of stuff about raintism. And her main meme I remember is basically her calling Just Jargon, which I guess was her boyfriend at the time, because she was so excited to be on After Hours. So she's literally like talking to Augie on stream while being like, "Hey, look, I'm on After Hours," And I thought that was I thought that was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty cringe. Anyways, that stream is very notorious for raintism. It basically saying like, being asked, "Have you ever sent unsolicited dick pic to Mango?" And he replies, "Not to Mango." So that's where that's mostly known from. So we start here with that, right? And she's kind of in the community. She does her own thing. She does, her commentary stuff. And we move on to her, like, just being a regular in the community, hanging out with people, talking to people, being a regular, kind of a spurg. What I noticed a lot is, like, anytime there's a pedophile allegation, she was right there, boy. She was in those replies being like, "Oh, so-and-so, this person, that person, ooh, this person, that person, ooh, I don't know about this person's sus, this person Among Us," all that shitty Zoomer meme jargon. So she was just basically, I saw her as a spurg in the commentary community. So this is what happens, right? She gets let me get these recording bots in here. Invite to speak. So she plans a trip to VidCon with a man named Electric Blake. Electric Blake is a TikToker with, I believe, I want to say 600,000 followers. Now on TikTok, that's not that big of a deal compared to, say, a YouTuber with 600,000 subscribers. TikTok's very low, like they're, I don't know, they're like it's like maybe very lower compared to YouTube when it comes to like interaction stuff, but it's still pretty good. And he basically does he blows stuff up. He's not in the commentary community. He blows stuff up. He's a tool guy. He's a fix-it kind of guy who blows shit up and has fun on TikTok. He averages about, I'd say, about 20 to 30K a video on TikTok. And they're pretty interesting videos. I like them. They're really old school YouTube, like crazy YouTube videos. So he and her are friends in the Discord, right? They're hanging out and voice chats with everybody else and doing whatever they do. And, well, I guess what ends up happening is a conversation strikes up about going to VidCon. To which Blake is asking Mango this. And Mango says, "Oh, no, I don't think we could do that. Nah. It probably wouldn't that be great of an opportunity. The people that would be there wouldn't be like the type of YouTuber you want to work with. So it wouldn't be that great. It wouldn't be that good of an idea." And Blake's like, "Okay, cool." 2 weeks later, getting closer to VidCon, Mango hits Blake up again and is like, "I changed my mind. This VidCon is going to be amazing for you. You're going to be able to create so many opportunities here. You're going to be able to collaborate with so many people. I'm mutuals with Mr. Beast. I got this guy, that guy. We can plan so many things. We can do so many stops. We can do all this crazy stuff. We can make so much content. So he's like, "Bet, okay." So he's seeing this as a possible way to, I don't know, try to network. This is a great opportunity for him to network. And I want to make it clear at this point, at no point in time was there ever a sexual relationship with this e-girl. Let's make this clear. No point in time was this ever a sexual relationship with the e-girl Mango. They were just friends, and he saw this as an opportunity to possibly network by going to VidCon. He had about, I'd say, $3K in the bank, $3,000 to work with for a road trip. And the agreement was she tags along. Now, she says she doesn't have that much money to pay. And so he's basically like, if we can stay under 3K and we make manageable stops, and we can do these stops, but as long as they're manageable and we stay under budget, we should be good. There's first red flag happens closer to VidCon. During this, she asks Mr. Blake, "Hey, listen, I like my pets. I love animals. I got a lot of animals. I think if you follow Mango on Twitter, you will see she's got a lot of animals. So these animals need a pet sitter. She can't afford a pet sitter. So she's like, Blake, listen, how about I need $500 for a pet sitter to start things off. How do we go? We start with that." Blake's like, all right, cool. We'll start. Yeah, we'll start from there. And he loans her I don't know if he even, he loans her $500 for a pet sitter. So she gets the pet sitter. They get everything packed up, ready to go, and they're on their way. And this road trip, they make many stops along the way, a lot of stops. And here's the issue, right? And here's where things get a little complicated. So one thing is bad about this was Blake wanted to stop at grocery stores to eat because it's cheaper. He has food stamps. He can afford it. And that's like the manageable thing. Now, it turns out, from Mango's point of view, this is what she says. She has a food allergy. Food allergy. So she can't stop at she can't stop to eat at grocery stores. So basically, she has to stop at restaurants. And those restaurant paychecks add up. They add up and they add up and they add up and they cost more and they cost more and they cost more and they cost more. Therefore, they begin to rack up food bills. All right, so you got that right there. Meanwhile, she's in the car and she's, from his perspective, disrespecting his property. She's got her feet on the dashboard. She's like hiring the volume all the way up with the music. She's having a great time, right? This is her, she's going to VidCon. She's having a great time, and he's stuck, dealing with her having her feet on the dashboard, disrespecting his property, all that stuff. So all that's going on, right? And then there's this whole situation with hotels. Okay, the big one, hotels. Blake wants to stop at the cheaper hotels, right? He wants to stop at the cheap ones. So he wants to go to like Motel 6s, Days Inns, stuff like that. Get, the cheaper the better. He's trying to budget. He's trying to make this manageable. She doesn't want to do that. So she's like, look, if we're going to stop at these cheap hotels, I'm going to sleep in the car. And what Blake's perspective is, he's like, okay, well, if she sleeps in the car and I go sleep in a hotel, that'll look bad on me, right? That'll look really bad on me. So his perspective is like, I can't let this woman sleep in a car. I just can't. He's any decent person is not going to just let someone sleep in a car. And B, she could like spin this story to where he's like, oh, he made me sleep in a car because I didn't want to sleep in that room. He made me sleep in a car. Okay, so you got those two things, right? So he starts stopping at more expensive hotel rooms. That we're talking hotel rooms that are up to $250 a day. Now that's like, we're talking like high-end hotel rooms for a budget like that. So that adds up. All right, so you got this adding up, you got the food, and you got the hotel, right? Okay, and she, to my knowledge, at this point is not paying for anything. So they're driving, they're making a bunch of stops. There's one point, and I'm not going to go too much into this, but there's an issue that happens in Texas, I believe, where friends basically kicked them out. And he had just bought a bunch of groceries, so he had to leave the groceries there. Luckily, someone paid for the groceries for him or something. I don't really remember, but they had to leave the groceries there, and they had to get back in the car, and they had to go somewhere else, I guess. And so they drive, and they drive, and they drive. So we're talking from Indiana to California. So all that's happening, right? And they get to VidCon, and most of the time it's pretty chill, I guess. she's doing her thing, he's doing his thing. They're going to parties and stuff, and it's not really nothing crazy, I guess. I don't think he's basically trying to network himself because this is the issue, right? And this is the big issue. And this is the issue that really didn't come up when they talked about going to VidCon. She was saying there was all kinds of connections there. Well, here's the thing. He's a tool TikToker. She's in the commentary genre. There's a lot of commentary YouTubers they're hanging out with. There's no way to connect with them. You know what I mean? There's no way to network with them. Like, do you think Bo Blacks is going to drive to, I don't know, meet up with this guy and like go blow stuff up for a YouTube video? No, I don't think so. You think Augie would do that? No, probably not. So he loses all kind of chances at networking, but he does meet a couple guys, and he networks on his own. And he finds one particular YouTuber outside of the commentary who's like a tool guy, and they talk and stuff, and he's able to like establish a rapport with them. He also got to meet a couple of the commentary YouTubers and establish a rapport with them. So he goes and meets up with all of them. Now, while this is happening, she's going and she's buying all kinds of stuff for herself. Now, she's racking up her credit card bill at this point. Now she's paying for herself. So she's racking stuff up. She's buying stuff, all that stuff. So when I talked to Mango, I was told she paid 1.6K. Now, that 1.6K wasn't a part of the trip. It was a part of her budget. What's up, Tommy? I'm telling the Mango.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Wasn't part of the budget. It was part of her budget. So it wasn't going towards hotels. It wasn't going towards any of that. Now, that happened, right? So she's racking up this, and then guess what else happens? He gets COVID, and not only does he get COVID, he gets it really, really bad, to the point where he has to go to the hospital running 100-degree fever, and he has to stay in the hospital for a day. And he basically was told he almost died. If he wouldn't have went into the hospital, he might have died. That's what he was telling me, is that the fever was really bad, and he had to basically stay on liquids and drink Gatorade and all this stuff. And they were basically stuck in a hotel room, racking up more debt while doing so. So he was stuck there and COVID. So he had a pretty bad trip. So he gets out of the hospital, stays in the hotel room, and then they have their VidCon, they do their parties, all that stuff happens, and it seems like a good time. But at this point, even before they had got to VidCon, he was like, I've spent way too much money. We got to turn back, Mango. We got to go back. We can't keep this going. And Mango's just like, no, listen, I can't turn my back on my friends. I can't turn my back on my friends. These are my friends. We got to keep going. We got to keep going, Blake. This is our chance. And so he's like, okay, all right. And I think they tried to, like, she pays for a little bit here and there. There's a couple hotel rooms where she kind of paid like a little bit, and maybe here a little bit of gas money here. But again, we're talking over $4,000 a debt that he has, right? And then 1.6K on her side. So all that's happened. They're on their way back, and a couple other things I need to remember is they're at a hotel room, and she dyes her hair, and she gets hair dye all over the hotel room, and he can't get his security deposit back because of it, because there's dye everywhere. So it's everywhere. So that's another big thing. And then they're driving back, and as they're driving back is when Aiden leaks everything. So I want to make this very clear. Blake never leaked anything. He simply put the stuff in a small group chat for the Texas people. There's a group chat for people in Texas, and he put the screenshot, the very famous screenshot Aiden leaked, in that group chat, which had maybe 6 or 7 people. From what I was told, he's not sure Aiden was actually in there. But Aiden got a hold of it, and Nick got a hold of it, and it got leaked. And at that point, Nick leaked Mango's name on Dead on Daystream, and Aiden went full force and leaked it on Twitter. So now the drama's happening while they're still riding together, trying to get home. So they get to Texas, and at some point, Mango's like, all right, I'm going to take all my stuff, and I'm going to find my own way home. You just go your own way. All right. Now there's no talks about paying people back, and no talks about any money given to Blake. No talks about paying anybody back. Nothing like that. She's basically saying, I got no money, you got no money. Let's go our own separate ways now. I'll figure it out, my part, you figure out your part, and I'll help you here. I'll see if I can find places for you to stop at. So she was helpful in that way, trying, I guess she like talked to people along the way so he could stop at places and stuff like that. So that's one helpful thing she did. So that happens, and the drama unfolds. And keep in mind, Blake just got home maybe 3 days ago. I know he just got like home to his house like yesterday. So basically, all the drama is unfolding, and Mango does what Mango does. She gets everybody into a call, and we're talking about Mango, Raintism, Jalen, and Blake. And she basically changes her tune. From what Blake understood, she wasn't going to pay him anything, right? And now, all of a sudden, that the drama has come out, now she's going to, she's like, I was going to pay you back this whole time, right? I was going to pay you everything. Yeah, I was going to pay all of it back. All of it's back. All of it's good. All right? So now she's saying she's going to pay him back. And now she's saying that, like, I thought we were in this together. Now, Mango told me that she was slowly paying him back through PayPal. Blake told me that's not happening. He hasn't gotten a dime from her yet. So at this point, Blake's in the process of, all right, I got a couple choices here. I could either A, say fuck her and just go public with everything and talk about it, or I could B, make amends with her right now, and maybe she might pay me back, and I might get some money back from this situation. Because if I go public with this, it's possible she just ghosts and she leaves, and he never sees a dime from her. There's another situation as well. Already, Mango was starting to say that Blake made her feel uncomfortable. Mango told me Blake was making her feel uncomfortable. She also told me Blake was making her friend feel uncomfortable. Now, when she says uncomfortable, it's a very careful word to use because it makes you think of something different than it actually is. What Blake was telling me was, listen, she had her feet on my dashboard. She was playing my music so loud it blew out my speakers. I take pristine care of this car. I really care about this car. I got foot marks on the windshield. I got to clean after her. She got hair dye over a hotel room. I'm mad, and I'm letting her know about it. Like, I'm letting her know I'm pissed. So I'm yelling at her while she's on a Discord call. That's what he was telling me, is like, there's no uncomfortable thing happening. It's, hey, listen, I'm mad at you, and I'm making you know that I'm mad at you by yelling at you because you're pissing me off. Now, he is autistic, so maybe he probably blew up pretty hard. I know that, sometimes autistic people have a hard time holding stuff in, and, might have blew up on her. I know that, let's see. I know that what this sounds like, right? Uncomfortable could mean a lot of things, and well, and that's kind of how I took it at first when she first said it. And luckily I got her to tell me, oh well, he was yelling, stuff like that, and all that stuff. So Blake, from what Blake told me, in my opinion, and he was very truthful with me. He told me his whole story, and he basically said, listen, I don't know what's going to happen. But at this point, I'm learning that she's not as scary as I thought she was. She's not as respected as I thought she was. He saw her as a respected figure in the commentary community, to which I told him, no, she's seen as a spurg, a very small commentary spurg. And I've also been told that she has a reputation of doing this stuff to other people. Now, what I've been told, not from Blake, but she actually had a boyfriend, right, to visit along the way. She visited this boyfriend. She broke up with this boyfriend. Then she met another boyfriend. She met another guy at VidCon, and now she's boyfriends with that guy. So she's jumping from guy to guy, right? And again, I want to make it clear, from what he is telling me, he had no sexual relationship with her. He did not see her as this. he only saw her as a friend, that they were going to go on a road trip together. And again, he had 3,000.
Bullshit.
Well, I mean, that's what he's telling me.
I don't believe any of them. Me, my friend. Give me a break.
I mean, I don't know. Like I felt bad for the guy. I don't know.
I don't feel bad for her, but I like, that's half the problem. Like, you go into it like, oh, I'm just friend. And of course you're gonna be news. There's nothing to lose from her. She has nothing to lose. She can use you, and how's she using? Because you're secretly in love with her, and then she goes from there. Every girl that's listening to this right now knows exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah,
guys fall for this horse shit all the goddamn time. It's embarrassing.
yeah. I mean, I could see that, but basically, I think that's the whole story. He got home yesterday. I talked to him the day before that. He told me his whole side of the story. It took about an hour and a half to tell me everything, and I got to hear his side of the story. And it's the one thing I was interested about is before I talked to him, they were talking about me in the group chat they're in, and before I talked to him, Mango was trying to make it seem like oh no, he doesn't want to. Blake doesn't want to keep this drama going. No, Blake wouldn't want to talk to Matt. Come on, he doesn't even know who Matt is. Like, she's kind of playing that game. I kind of saw that as a little suspicious, but yeah, that's the story of Mango. So, any questions?
I don't feel bad for him.
You don't feel bad for him?
And not that bad for him. A little bit. But.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like you got to talk to him to kind of hear his story. To
tell him he's an idiot is what I'm going to
do. I mean, I think he'll agree with you. Like,
what do you think was going to come of this? I mean, you have like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I agree. Not a great idea. To go, not a great idea. Honestly, not a great idea.
Oh, what did he do? What did he have to do with her prior to that? Yeah,
they talking Discord calls. He
talking Discord calls, and then I take you somewhere, and then
well, you came in later, but she promised him basically that he could be able to network there at VidCon. And here's the thing with him: he's a tool TikToker, Tommy. He blows stuff up on TikTok.
That's awesome.
He's not a part of the commentary community, so there's not really anyone to network with.
I don't know, but this is kind of a life thing, It's
a life. No, yeah, it's a life lesson.
How do you not know? I mean, come on, give me a break.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, shit happens, I guess, and I don't know. I guess there's something. I've never been a big fan of that Mango girl. Have you ever heard of her before this all happened, Tommy?
No, I don't think I did. It was something to do with Augie or something prior to this, right?
The Raintism situation where
what was Raintism? That was something Nick got involved in. I don't.
Raintism faked a heart attack to get out of something with John Swan.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but there's a funny part.
My mother-in-law's going to fake a heart attack.
Well, yours would be more believable, honestly.
Yeah, I got an edge in this game.
Yeah, but she went on stream with Augie, and they were talking about the Raintism stuff, and the whole time she's trying to call her boyfriend and brag that she's on After Hours. That was my first impression of her. She was dating Just Jargon, who's like a bigger YouTuber. I think me and you watched a video of his once about Angry Video Game Nerd, I think. But let's see. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. I'll take any questions if you guys want to talk about.
I'm dying to hear this horse shit.
Yeah, but what I was saying, networking. She promised him networking. Oh yeah, one more thing.
And why is she promising him that? I mean, she doesn't know. She's never been there.
Well, yeah, she saw a free ride, Tommy. Like, dude,
I see that.
Yeah, she saw dollar signs. She saw a way to get to VidCon.
Yeah.
There was another thing.
Some dummy thinks he's gonna get my pussy.
I might not have this full story right, but I think she got him to buy a GoPro, and she was like,
a GoPro, like you buy that for your girlfriend, for Christ's sake.
Well, she convinced him to buy it for himself so that he could make videos, and you can make videos along the way, and it ended up him being the cameraman for her videos, like while they were making videos and stuff.
I remember Mango is a dude now, or sorry, he him.
Well, I referred to Mango as a her in this because it would just be too confusing for me.
Yeah.
And I have not heard her say with her own words that she is trans.
I've heard everybody else.
I've heard people tell me this, but I don't. I just wanted to tell the story. And if I would have been like he, oh, I mean her, I mean he, I mean her, it would just been more confusing. But I'm gonna take some calls.
Yeah.
Let's go with Brick.
Ugh. He has.
Hello, Brick.
Give me 1 second. I'm switching. I just got home. I'm switching.
Kick him off. Take the next caller.
Bye, Brick. Let's go with Creed. Blake is in the mic.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Blake is here. What's up, Creed?
Yeah, like that chick probably said it, like, man, I could trick this retard to give me a fucking free ride.
Great thing to say. Great thing to say as he fucking just gets into the audience, Creed. Appreciate that.
Hey, that's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna Blake. If you want to,
how much money are you in debt?
All right. I'm gonna bring him off. I'm gonna take you off, Creed.
Well, we're gonna do the interview now, right?
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, I already told the whole story. We can hear from
the recorder on, right?
Yeah. They're all here if they want to do it.
Now recording.
Hey, Blake. How's it going, man? You there? There might be a little. He's on mobile, so there might be a little glitch. Hey, Blake, you there?
Maybe she stole his phone.
Oh no! Don't say that.
If you're there, reconnect to the chat, and then we'll drag you in again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you win the poker tournament today, Tommy?
Nah, I fucking well, yeah, the one I was one off.
But Blake, you there?
Chip leader the whole time. Fucking.
Let's see.
Just totally disconnect and then rejoin the stage, and that should fix it.
Boy, if we were in shot from the point right now, I'd be losing my mind.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I can tell you're in a good mood.
Yeah. Good mood.
Let's see if I can DM it to him.
Yeah, I could disconnect him, but
yeah,
he just needs to know to rejoin.
Join the stage.
I'm playing Omaha high-low.
Okay. Is he still here, or did you disconnect him?
I haven't disconnected.
All right, there you go. All right.
Dropped him like that girl did.
Let's hear from the wonderful woman Liana.
Yeah, that'd make this much more.
Let's get a perspective from a woman. Hello, Liana.
Liana, are you there? Is there something going on? Is there like a mobile glitch right now?
I don't know.
Liana. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe people listen to this shit. I don't do anything on mobile.
Hello, I can hear you guys. Sorry about difficulties.
Nah, you're good. You're good. So I just told basically the whole story on the stage with these people. Basically your side of the story with everything. Tommy came in the middle of it, so he didn't get the first half. But
I get the whole thing.
Yeah.
I got a good idea what happened.
But if you wanted to like go into your perspective a bit, I'm down for it.
Oh, well, I mean, I did tell you could basically say everything that I said. So, wouldn't it be a more productive use of time for me to just fill in any blanks or any questions anyone has?
Okay. Or? Yeah, we could do that, but let's start. I did want to start from the beginning, real quick. Okay?
Productive. What do you think this is? It's YouTube drama.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So again, I told them about the. If you want to reiterate something, I told them about the pet sitting. You paid her. Excuse me. You gave her $500 for a pet sitter, correct?
Yeah. At the very beginning, like. I was hit with that like 1 or 2 days right before we were supposed to leave. Like, if we're going to make this trip, I need to have a pet sitter. And I thought I had a free one, but I don't. So I need $500 pretty much. And I was put on the spot, and I was like, well, everything seemed fine and on the up and up before the trip started. And I was like, I made the decision. I was like, well, I guess I'll do that. Okay, fine. I don't want the entire trip canceled because of some pet sitting bullshit. So here's
Wait,
500.
that wasn't a bit of a red flag for you? I mean, like right off the bat, $500, a girl you barely know.
No. So that by itself wouldn't have been a red flag. So that and the GoPro combined.
Why not?
is
Why
what was
not?
the
Why
first
no,
red
no, no? But
flag.
they didn't go. I mean, we're going back to the beginning. Why wouldn't that have been a red flag?
Well, because at that point I was still trusting everything they said at face value, and it was an
$500, man.
unexpected expense.
That's
So-
half a grand. That's a half a grand.
Yeah, I know, and $500 is a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
But when I started this trip, my savings account looks a lot better than it does now, and $500 wasn't really that much money in the grand scheme of things. Little did I know that later on it would be.
I mean, you told me yourself you were way too trusting in this situation, correct?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So you give her $500, and I agree with Tommy. That's a huge red flag. But you obviously didn't see it at that point because you were very trusting to Mango. I told them about how she was pretty disrespectful to your property. Do you want to go into that at all?
Want to hear this?
I mean, it's no secret. I mean, I tweeted out about the speakers. I didn't name them specifically. And but yeah, they were very disrespectful on my property. They put their feet on my dash, like something that one of my girlfriends would do, except I would at least make them take their shoes off. I mean, they were doing it with their shoes on. They left permanent scratches on my dash and mud and dirt. It was just like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
So how long into the trip did that happen?
Basically the entire trip, and we talked about this like directly in a call.
Hey, could you not put the feet in the call? Why didn't you tell her to take her feet off the dash?
I did.
Like,
I did. So at the end of everything, once all the drama hit and we were in a call and they were trying to like win me back, you know how it is. And they're
I
like,
know what it is.
"Oh,
You're
I
a
thought you
fucking
were
money
joking."
bank. You're a bank. You're a walking, talking bank. Of course, they're trying to win you back. I just don't understand. Like somebody puts their feet in the car, like first things first. Like get your feet off there. What are you doing? It's my dashboard. Like how did that get discussed over a call on Discord and not when it was actually happening?
No, that's what I'm saying is when it was actually happening, I would tell them, I'm like, don't put your feet on my dash. And they're like,
Nope.
but it's uncomfortable. And I'm like, but you're messing up my dash. And well, they just kept putting their feet on my dash. And
you just let them do it, huh?
well, I mean, so that was the first time, right? And then I remember telling them again, because this time they'd just been on a beach down at Utah. They were doing cliff diving at this state park we stopped at, and they had sand and crap all over them, and they put them on the dash anyway. And that was the second time I was like, hey, don't do that. Look, you're getting crap all over the dash. So then they took their shoes off. But then they took it a step further. It's like, okay, so your shoes are off, great. But now there's already sand all over the dash and scratches and everything else. But I guess they thought it was okay since they had bare feet now, and put them on the windshield. So I've got footprints on my windshield.
So that was the red flag.
No.
No, that wasn't a red flag.
So the as far as like the financial red flag, I mean, it was just the way the costs got ballooned out over time, and I realized that I was getting taken for a ride. At least it seemed that way. So that was the red flag.
It was actually that's objectively true.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it didn't seem that way at all.
so tell me about the GoPro again.
So now technically they borrowed the money for the GoPro. They're like, we need a GoPro to film on this trip. And I'm like, I don't need a GoPro. And they're like, well, I'll just pay you back for it. Pay me for it. And I was like, no. And my best friend was in the car, and I'm like, no, I can't buy a GoPro. And they're kind of like begging me for it, and they're giving me all these reasons like, well, film content that's good for your channel and all that. And I don't know if you guys have done your research on me, but I destroy things and do dumb stuff in my garage. I don't need a GoPro. I film it all on my phone. So I had no use for it. So anyways, they're like promising me all this content that'll be useful on my channels, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll hear them out. They're gonna pay me back for it anyway. So I sent them the money for the GoPro. So yeah, so that's how the GoPro thing went down.
And
So
then
she
you ended
has
up.
the GoPro though.
Yeah, Mango's got the GoPro. I mean,
And she never paid you back for it.
well, not yet. It was supposed to be after
Not
the
yet,
trip
huh?
was
You're
over.
not getting that money.
Well, that's, that was part of the concern with going on like a public radio show or podcast and talking about this. I'm like, they're going to be so pissed. They're just going to give them
Hey,
like
man,
even
I'm
more
not mad
reasons
at
not
you,
to
but
pay me.
I'm not mad at you. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean,
No, he's saying Mango's gonna be so pissed.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
Mango is going to
good.
hold this against me, but I'm like, you know
Good.
what?
Oh yeah. So like, I was gonna pay you, but then you went on that podcast. Get the fuck out of here. She's never gonna pay you.
Well,
Who are
that's
you
what
kidding?
I'm thinking too. I'm like, where in the world are they going to get $3,000 from? It's like,
You
there's
gave
no
that
way.
girl. You gave that girl $3,000. How much?
So
I
the
don't know how
trip,
much they cost.
so the trip in total, I spent like $8,000 on it, and I was like, I didn't think they were responsible for completely half of it because I did some stuff without them. So I was like, probably 30% of $8,000. So actually, it was 2,400, and then I'm just lumping the GoPro money in there with it, and then I also added $100 for a deposit I didn't get back from a hotel because they got hair dye all over like pillowcases and stuff when they dyed their hair, and the hotel isn't giving me back my deposit. They're like, nope.
Well, I
not
bet.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now, while that's happening, she's also incurring debt on her own credit card, paying 1.6K. Was she paying for anything with that credit card at all?
So towards the end of the trip, I personally have track of like $650, but
Yeah.
the rest of it, they spent like what I told them. I'm like, there's no way that you cost me exactly half. So like $650 went towards the trip that I saw. The rest
Okay.
of it, there's no way. There's no way the rest of that. Like, I don't know what they were doing when I wasn't hanging out with them and spending time with them or whatever, but I didn't see $1,000 come out of their pocket and go towards the trip directly. So
Okay. So what you're saying is $650 of her money went towards the trip.
right.
Okay. So did she pay was that $650 for gas, for hotel rooms? What exactly? How did she ever split the gas with you? Did she ever split hotel rooms with you? Money wise.
So it was towards gas, hotel rooms, and food for like 2 or 3 days while I was waiting for a money transfer from a friend that I borrowed some more money from. So
Okay. Gotcha. So you were borrowing money from people while this is happening.
yeah, specifically one person, but yeah.
At one point, she was. Did she get someone in? Like, did she borrow some money from somebody and then say you had to pay them back? I didn't ask you that in our interview. I was trying to make sense of a screenshot that I read a while back with Aiden.
Right. So the screenshot of the text or whatever, I still can't believe that got leaked out of our private group chat. Some people said I did that personally. I just want to say for the record that I did not personally leak that screenshot. Anyways, moving on to the details. So I got a text out of nowhere, right? Like after they left, 2 hours went by from the place we were at, and then I get a text. It's like my card ran out, as in their credit card, and they're like, whatever I borrow from Pan, you owe or whatever. Like I think that's how it was worded. I don't have the stuff in front of me. And I was like, no, that's not going to work. Because the way they worded it was like, they're going to spend a bunch of money of this other guy's, and then I'm going to be on the hook for it. And I'm like, no, that's not okay. But when they got back, they clarified. They were like, no, I mean, after I'd already gotten upset with them, they changed their tune to like, no, we just needed to get like $80 worth of groceries, and you're gonna have to pay them back for just the groceries. But
Yeah.
that's not how it was worded in the text messages. So
Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna see if I got. Is there anything else? You almost died at VidCon, right? You got COVID really badly.
oh yeah, I got COVID.
How long were you
So
in the hospital for?
I was only in the hospital for like half a day because they had to give me some
COVID?
drugs and a bag of saline to stabilize me. And then
Yeah,
once
I
I
got
was stabilized, they were like, if you start feeling like this again, come back in, but we don't have room for you. So bye,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Give the world COVID.
Yeah.
They
So-
let you out, and then they I guess they told you weren't contagious anymore. Or? I'm assuming
What? Sorry, I lost
you
you
weren't
for a second.
contagious. You weren't contagious.
No, I
At
was
that point?
definitely contagious, but I mean, I was going back to the same hotel as everyone else where I'd already been sick for like a day, and everyone
Mm.
else in the hotel room had it too. So me and Mango and there were a couple other people there that I probably shouldn't just name people's names that aren't involved with this, but you know, we were all just isolating there together since we all had it at the same time. It was a really unfortunate situation, but we definitely were not just out walking around spreading it. We stayed at that hotel another 4 days after we were diagnosed, and then we got another hotel in Buena Park for 4 days, another 4 days. Because after three days, my symptoms were basically gone, and the fever was gone, and supposedly you're only supposed to isolate for like a week, and then you're good to go. So
Oh.
after the symptoms are gone.
Where are you from? In the States or Canadian?
Oh, I'm from Davenport, Iowa.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Iowa. That's right. Iowa. Let's see.
Where's she from?
Indiana. I know the city, but I feel like that's not something I should name.
That's fine.
You know.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
where is there Cora, go ahead and ask your questions real quick.
Yeah. I got two simple questions. Okay. One is, how did you meet Mango in the first place? And then I'll have a follow-up question after that.
Okay, so the way I met Mango in the first place, I found out about them because of their YouTube channel. I got some videos recommended to me. It was like their Gotcha Life cringe series, and I thought that they were pretty funny. So I joined their Discord server because I was interested in the other things that they did, and then I forgot that I was in their Discord server for like several months, like you do. And one night I was on my computer and I was bored, and I saw there was people in the VC in that server, because I'll just run my mouse over different servers and see if there's an open voice chat, because I love voice chatting. And there were people in there, and I clicked, and it was Mango, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the person who made the Gotcha Life videos. I wonder what they're doing. And I joined, and we chatted, and you know, we chatted, we hung out. I think we did a couple streams together, and we played some games together. And then I had them edit 2 videos for me, and I thought the work was decent. I mean, not out of this world, but it was decent work, and it was very well priced. So
Okay.
that's how we met.
Okay. So did it ever occur to you that like to check, like, because I'm sure she said she knew some famous YouTubers or whatnot, right? And maybe they were very popular, quote unquote, right? Did it ever occur to you to verify or check who she was actually friends with? Like, check her Twitter, look at her follows list, see who follows her. Because I'm like thinking like she's like promising you like to hang out with like Keemstar or Mr. Beast or something. That's what I'm like imagining she promised you. Am I wrong in saying that?
So they said it was possible. I mean, they did flex that whole being mutuals with Mr. Beast on Twitter thing, and they did say it was possible that they could message them and we could hang out, but they never directly like promised that 100%. So we can't hold that against them. So not the Mr. Beast thing, but they did say that they were friends with any.
You can't hold them against them. They were never going to hang out with Mr. Beast. They used that they dangled that in front of you. I mean, let's be real here.
Well, what I wanted to check is to see if you verified that ahead of time, because I mean a simple search, I would have been able to be like, yo, Mango doesn't know these people for shit, or isn't personal or close friends to these.
I mean,
people.
hold on. Well, to just to argue with that, yeah, she's obviously not friends with fucking Mr. Beast, but she is friends with Augie. She's got pictures of her and Augie hanging out IRL, and she's like, here's this. Look, he's a YouTuber with 1,000.
What do you have to say about this?
What did Augie have to say? I don't think Augie's really said much about it. Honestly, probably just memeing on it. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they talked about it on After Hours, and I think it just was just joking about it and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, Blake, did you ever like think to like maybe check around, maybe talk to people about Mango or anything of that nature to see what she was like?
Well, they have a lot of friends. I was in their private server and they had a lot of friends, and all their friends only had good things to say about them. But yeah, it was kind of ignorant of me to not look outside of their friend circle, I guess. I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? I can look back and I'll be like, man, it sucks I didn't look into this and investigate this and
No,
that.
I think there's some fair criticism of a real lack of awareness when it comes to dealing with other people. I mean, I don't know where you're from or how. I mean, there is glaring signs here right off the bat. It really has, and I'm not. There's definitely an experience factor here. I can tell by talking to you. So it wasn't hindsight 2020. There's very clear behaviors by her that can be seen as somebody that's kind of conning you.
Yeah, but I trusted them, and I shouldn't have.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's as simple as that. It's like you're not picking up on any, and I think that's why you're picked. You're not picking up on any vibes here. You're not picking up on anything as far as that behavior. That's very unusual. First thing out of the bat, fucking pay for my cat. That's a no-go. No, I'm sorry. You take care of your own cat. Okay. Oh well, we can't go unless you pay for the cat. This trip's over.
Extreme Dad, I will pull you in soon. I promise. Stop adding me.
I can't wait.
I will stop. I just want to ask a couple more questions.
It's gonna last a whole fucking second.
Yeah, that's why
you. So you're right. I mean, obviously, I was keeping track of these things, and about a week into it, there was like the deal with the hotels costing more money than they were supposed to, and we'd well exceeded like any amount that I thought that we were going to spend in the first week, and I'm like, well, the budget is just blown out of the water, and I had a heart-to-heart with them in a hotel room in the middle of the night. Like, I actually broke down crying because this was after, I'd spent a week with them 24/7, and they're disrespecting my property. And
laughing at you as soon as you left the room, you know that, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, I broke down crying in a hotel room. I'm like, do you not give a shit about me? Like, do you not care? Are you manipulating me? Do you want all my money? And I'm like, I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart with this person. They're like, no, I don't understand why you feel that way,
It's your fault.
Why would you feel this way? What's going on?
That's fucking funny.
Why would I do that? No, yeah.
Thank you for answering my questions. I'll go back to the audience.
Yeah. Now, Blake, you tried to turn the trip around, right? At one point, like you knew that money was getting spent, and you knew that you were about to lose a lot of money. So you thought the best thing to do is like let's just turn around and go home, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's their whole thing the whole time was like, I don't flake on my friends. It seemed like they were just gonna like get out of the car, and I was just gonna leave them behind in the middle of nowhere. And they they're saying like they don't have any money and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I can't just abandon this person in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you can. They're grown adults. Yeah, you can. Absolutely, you could. They're grown adults. They're not in your care.
I feel like this story would be about how I'm a piece of shit right now if I would have just
I'll tell you something. We would have sniffed this out, and we would have made sure you weren't a piece of shit.
We would have looked into this.
We would have looked into this.
Looking back at it.
That's interesting. Like, were you worried that they would like do you dirty online and hurt your career and say you did? And they probably would have. You're not wrong, by the way. That's probably the biggest thing you picked up on.
I was like sure of.
Yeah, you were like, what? Say it again.
Oh yeah, I was sure of that. Yeah, after seeing what they do and how they use Twitter and everything and how they interact with people. Yeah, I was pretty sure that they would.
They're drama tubers. Yeah, exactly. They would have done it. I think we would have sniffed it out though.
And you said something about me being kind of inexperienced. So I grew up without the internet. I kind of blew up by accident just because I was like, doing these videos seems like
you grew up in a really religious house.
Yeah. Actually, I did. Yeah. My grandma was Catholic, and I went to Catholic school when I was a kid.
Cool. In Iowa, a lot of Catholics in Iowa. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured.
Actually,
I gotta be honest with you. These girls picked you out. I mean, they knew what they were doing, and then they picked you. Unfortunately, they knew who they were dealing with, for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk about the call real quick. You were in a voice call with Mango, Raintism, and Jalen. By the way, that call, a bit of that call was leaked. I don't know if you know this or not, but it was leaked on Dumpy's video. Are you aware that happened? Okay.
No, I didn't know.
I say about 2 minutes maybe were leaked on the call, which made me want to make a stage, because if people are going to talk about it, I mean, I'm going to talk about it as well. But so when she got you in that call, did she what you were telling me is she was trying to when you left that road trip with her, there was no I'm going to pay you back. But when you got into that call with her, she's like, I told you I was going to pay you back, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And there were people in the background of the hotel. They had me on speaker in the hotel, I'm pretty sure. So they were like, yeah, they were trying to coax me into agreeing with them. I'm like, oh yeah, I must have really misunderstood what you said, or if I remember right, yeah, I was like, they're trying to get me. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So in this whole situation, do you feel like you've been manipulated, conned, all that stuff? Is that fair to say?
I do feel that way. I don't, I can't say I was, and I don't want to say
You were.
I can't know for
I think
sure.
you objectively say you were. You are. Right? So, I mean, are you not saying it because you like? I mean, look, no one likes to get scammed or anything, and they want to feel like they're above it. But it's pretty clear that was the case. I mean, you were at very least manipulated. You're definitely gaslighted. You're telling me you broke down in tears and thing, and they're sitting there. No. Why would you feel that way? I mean, that's a form of gaslighting too. What do you mean? Look at everything you did. They wouldn't even bother to take the feet off the goddamn your car. They didn't care if they scratched your car. I mean, it's common.
No.
And I tell you something, they wouldn't have done that to me, because I'd tell them, you take your feet off, I'll fucking break them. That's what would happen. I don't think you're type of that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that guy. You think I wouldn't?
I'm not.
I would have, absolutely.
Okay. And for the record, just one more time, I just want to ask, how much does she owe you?
$3,000. So $3,000 is what we agreed upon.
Might as well be 7 million.
But that's what we agreed upon in the call, and everybody's aware of. But you noticed on Twitter, I was like, every single speaker. Maybe you didn't stalk my Twitter, but I was pissed one day. I finally looked at my car because they were turning the radio up as loud as it would go, and it turns out they blew 3 of the 4 speakers in my car and 2 channels out of the amplifier, because I set it up with a really nice Infinity Kappa, full 5.1 channel amplifier system with beautiful sound quality, because I like jazz music. And they're playing this stuff with heavy bass and stuff, and they just they blew the freaking speakers.
Oh, you poor soul, you. It's too funny.
But I'm telling them, I'm like, I'd turn it down, and then they'd turn it back up, and I'd be like, no, you're gonna blow the speakers.
That's called abuse. And then abusing you, because they know you ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now, I have one more question, then I'm going to bring people in. I'm going to start with Extreme Dad. If you had a message for Mango right now, what would it be?
Fuck you cunt.
Okay.
No, that's not my style.
I'm sorry.
Pay me back. We're not gonna ever do this again, and we'll still do business, and we can move on from this. But your trust is
still do business. Why would you ever want to do business with her?
Like, never do business with this woman ever again.
No.
Well, you see,
you didn't learn anything.
Weird. It's weird because I don't have an editor and a thumbnail editor person to replace.
No! You need to cut yourself off and find another one.
Yeah,
you need to cut yourself off,
buddy. I will find you one. All right.
We'll work on that.
We'll work with you, buddy. All right. We'll find you.
God, don't ever go back. You just need to talk to her about money, and that's it. And you're not getting it right now. I'll tell you right now, you're not. You're never seeing that $3,000. Like I said, it might as well be 7 million.
Well, I mean, you heard what she was saying. She's saying she's going to sell her plasma, right? Did you hear that, Blake?
Good.
I saw that tweet. Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring in Extreme Dad and see what happens. Extreme Dad, he says he wants to defend you, I believe, Blake. So we'll see. Extreme Dad, you're on.
Who's attacking him? Who's attacking him? I'm not
Dad, you're on.
Okay.
First of all, hi.
Hello,
Blake. It's nice to meat you. I'm Extreme Dad.
Hello, nice to meet you, Extreme Dad. It's a pleasure.
I think that we've been a little bit. I think that we're taking advantage of you just as much as those girls in some instances here, in just laughing in your face for these situations and kind of making content out of it and entertaining everybody at your expense.
What do I do for a living, you dumb motherfucker?
I'm just pointing it. Apparently that.
What do
So I'm
I
just
do
pointing it
for a
out.
living, you dumb cunt?
Entertain people, apparently.
I am
Exactly.
super
He knew what he was
easygoing.
getting into, and I gotta be honest, with you, I wasn't that far from it. We laughed at him. Oh, that's what we do in the show. What am I gonna do all of a sudden, you stupid bastard? So, that's so terrible.
Now listen.
That's so horrible. And you
Hear me out.
what do you want me to fucking do? Like, how
I
is
don't
that
know.
gonna
Maybe,
work?
like-
You retard.
Maybe try and be understanding that, like,
I
How
didn't
you
about,
know
already
how
know.
what
about
to
fucking off? This isn't the understanding show.
Okay, let me talk to him. Let me talk
For
to
the
him.
record, I knew
Okay,
what to
Blake.
expect. I mean,
No, you didn't, Blake, and that's fine. That's fine. Because here's the
Oh.
thing. You don't like have the same intentions, or you don't have the same
Oh, this is
understanding
so
of.
entertaining. What was
Let
I
me-
thinking, Extreme Dad? This is so
Let
fascinating.
me say
Do
my
go
piece, I'll be
on.
gone. Blake. These
yeah. I
people-
want to hear this
these
guy
girls-
out.
Ugh,
These girls, they were.
they're
I know
back.
that they like. No, it's that I know that you think that there's some good in them, or that they actually like really care about you, and that this was all like some sort of like situation that they had explanations for, and that they actually meant well the entire time. But that's not true. And what actually happened is they did take advantage of you. They will continue to take advantage of you. And I know that they want that they to you seem like good people. That they seem like they have your best intentions at heart, or they mean well, but they don't. Their sole intention, their explicit
Shut up and let
purpose-
him answer. God damn,
Their-
you're saying the same
their
shit over
explicit
and over
purpose
again.
in engaging with you is to
Ugh.
take advantage of you and use
Shut
you for
up!
money.
Shut up!
So-
You're not allowed to drone on, you moron. No, what do you gotta say?
I'm inclined to agree with you because, as you all might have seen, my best friend commented on one of these drama videos, and he said that people had taken advantage of me in the past, and that's true. But you
Mhm.
know, it wasn't someone that I knew for 2 years. It was someone I just jumped into a relationship with, and they were girlfriends. It wasn't like this. This was different. So I definitely learned a lesson this time, and yeah, I need to stop just assuming.
Pussy
I mean
up
the
front.
best.
That's a lesson you learn.
Definitely. And here's the thing: is that at the end of the day, like you just have to kind of look at this as just chalk it up to the game. You went on a trip. It got a little bit overpriced. Don't
Little
fucking go after
overpriced.
her for the money. Don't forget about the money. Stop talking about it. Never bring it up again. Just chalk it up to the game. Be like,
Hang
you
up
can
on
either
him,
be like,
please.
you can even
All
be
right.
like, hey bitch,
He's
Thank you,
droning
Dad.
on like a
Thank you,
moron
buddy.
that he is.
Thank you for calling in. Let's go with
Can't get to the point, stupid bastard.
let's see how Brick does. All right, let's see what
Oh,
Brick
God.
got. All right, Brick,
What's up, Mr. Blake? What's up, Matt? How's everybody doing there?
how's it going? How's it going?
I'm all right. Just got a nice sandwich, but you don't want to hear about me. I got to ask some questions for you, Mr. Blake. I don't know if you know who I am, but you may be a bigger simp than I am. All right. That's
I don't know. I don't know who like anybody here is except for Matt Pitt. So
well, I'll give you some advice. All right. You give me that $3,000 on a GoPro, and I'll get you to meet with Keemstar and a bunch of guys. All right. You come to New York, trust me, you're gonna have a great time. You'll meet Chrissy Mayer, you'll meet the call guy, Jewish guys, black guys. Is we got a deal?
no. At this point, I'm not interested in doing anything like that. I just
Oh,
want
what?
to work
Because
on
I don't
my
have
own
big,
content
sexy
now.
titties and nice feet that I can put on your dashboard. The fuck?
This money would have been better spent on my content. That's very apparent
Yeah.
at this.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you got some content out of it. You know what I mean? You blew up your speakers, right? You said you like to blow up stuff in your garage, so. You
I
know.
don't
Yeah.
think you meant like
Yeah,
that.
that's exactly right. Yeah. It was it, dude. I was filming, and I'm like, look, we're blowing our
Blessing
speakers.
in
It's so cool.
disguise.
There you go. That's great content, and you probably got a little
Yeah,
bit of a boost because her friends definitely watched that too. They said, "Oh, look at this sweet young man." But
Yeah.
so serious question: do you have cats?
No, I actually don't have any animals.
Do you take like aspirin regularly?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you come from a school with more than 50 people in your graduating class?
Uh.
Don't answer
No.
that. Don't answer that.
I'm
Now here's can I
not
borrow 500
sure,
bucks?
actually.
Can I borrow 500 bucks?
You promise to pay me back.
No, Blake, no.
Yeah, I'll pay you back. Don't worry.
No, he's no.
All right.
I-
Yeah. Sure.
See, Matt, this is networking right here. See, this guy's at the end of the day, he's gonna network. He's learning. That's how you do it. But hey, I gotta say, dude, if this is real, one good thing you made it back, because you can't drive a car with blown speakers. It's dangerous. And I think you were the one that got taken for a ride, and you gave her a ride, but you were being a tool the whole time. And you should have just like not put your foot down, dude. Like in real talk, if I'm gonna drone on like Extreme Dad and be like, oh, here's some real advice.
Shut up. All right.
Don't do that shit.
You're right.
Don't do that shit.
All right, Brick.
Okay.
Brick, that may have been your best call you ever done. Thank you.
I
All right, let's go with Liana.
This is all behind me, so it's kind of
Liana's
fun to
probably
look
done
at
this
it.
to some other guy.
I mean, it's like what I told you in the call, Blake. Just step into the meme, have fun with it. At this point,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's whatever. It's already done and over with.
What's
Hello?
up, Liana? Hello.
Tommy, can I get a free ride to VidCon? Please,
Uh,
baby.
Sure.
I love
You
you.
look a lot hotter than
Dude,
Mango.
not you.
No, Blake. No.
She's real hot.
What?
Hey,
Sorry.
do you like
sorry.
Do you like
I
crystal
was
meth?
talking to Tommy. I like your meth.
Do you like crystal meth, Electric Blue, Blake?
No, actually, I don't do any drugs at all.
You don't do
and
any
I
drugs?
don't even
Well,
smoke
Oh, well
weed.
then
Will you buy
fuck
some
off.
drugs? Will you buy some drugs for Liana? She'd appreciate it. And
Well,
and Liana's
Yeah.
way hotter than fucking.
Oh, Tommy,
so I
stop
got
it.
an ex that already
fucking
took
hot,
advantage
no.
of me for money.
Hey, you
for
may be
weed.
batshit
You're
crazy,
hot.
sweet. Hey, Liana, you may be batshit crazy, but you ain't bad looking. You are easy on the eyes. For
Stop
sure.
it. You get me worked
Well,
up.
All right. Don't worry. I'm glad you
I'll
live in
start
an
having
island on
dreams
the other
about-
side of the planet.
I'll
You're a
start
crazy
having
woman.
dreams about you again.
Are you? All right, knock it off.
All
All right. Ask this guy. Tell this guy what those girls did to him, because I can imagine you did this to a guy at one point in your life, right?
No, never.
You never did anything like this to a guy?
No,
You got a
people
big
owe me
sucker in your
money.
hand. What? People
People owe me money.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh, they took advantage of you, you poor princess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, talk to him. It's not about me.
Okay,
You have
bye.
you have anything you want to say to Blake at all, Liana?
No, I just came here to talk to Tommy.
Well, while you're here, Liana, I did want to ask Tommy something. Liana, is there any way Liana can get unbanned from the free server, Tommy, or is that a never gonna happen thing?
Yeah, I think you can give him the ban for the free server, sure.
Okay, Liana, I got
There you
good
go.
news. I got bad news. The good news is you're banned.
Yeah.
You're unbanned from the free server. The bad news is we deleted all the voice chats. Have a great day.
It's fucking great.
Let's go with another guy that's got a pretty crazy reputation. Crazy N 007.
Mm.
Yo,
What's up, dude?
what's up, guys?
Yo,
Me?
you got a question for Blake?
Yeah, bro. How did you manage to fall for this?
Yo, real quick. Mango literally, I don't know if she's watching this. She texted me. She's like, what PayPal do you want the money sent to, by the way? I don't understand. This is such
Just
weird
send it to
timing.
him. Just send it to. Send him the PayPal now. Get it now.
Yeah, do it.
Got it now. This is the only
Don't
one that
talk
can.
about you're talking about it. Don't give me your fucking story. Just get the goddamn money back.
Wait, is this live or no?
Yeah, but it's got to be a
it's
member
not-
to
it's
be
not
in here.
live
Send
on
the
it.
fucking money.
Yeah, send the money. It's
Hey.
not
Tell her to send the money. Don't say anything else.
this is not live on any show right now. This
My
is
show.
just-
It's live on
Okay,
this
then
show.
it's just a coincidence. Sorry I interrupted you guys.
Yeah, well, get the money
Oh.
back. Don't worry about it. Jesus.
All right.
all right, crazy.
Good.
Either.
Okay. My bad. I was gonna say, how did you fall for that? Don't fall for any stick. She's just gonna take your money. She's a school sneaker.
Mm.
Hey, is
That's
that a 1988 Pontiac Fiero in your profile picture?
Oh God, his autism.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. That's awesome.
Dude, I love Pontiac. Hey, I love my Toyotas and Ferraris.
We're gonna be here for hours.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, I love.
No,
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
just joking with you.
It
man.
was funny.
It's just like, oh my gosh, that felt like Rain Man for a second. Is that a 9087 Pontiac?
I don't know who that is, but my apologies.
No, you're good.
That's
Honestly,
It's all right, man.
but crazy. Anything else, buddy?
Yeah, but when I got hacked, I was doing a test. I was thinking, hey, yo, how much can I bet this is a hack? And I was right.
Yeah, it was a
Now
hack, you dumbass spy. He fucking got hacked by a Discord fucking hack or something. I don't know.
Everybody's
let's-
retarded. I mean,
yeah.
everybody. It's just unbelievable.
Welcome to the commentary community.
Regressing into Neanderthals. Fucking
Agreed.
bizarre.
Yeah. Soap Frost. Unmute. There you go.
Good. That pig,
What-
Tommy.
What's up, man?
Yeah,
What's
what's
your
up?
question?
What's up, brother?
Not a question, but Electric Blake in the future, it's either cash, gas, or ass.
I've heard that
Explain
before.
Explain that.
Tommy, you should know you were in the military. Whenever you're gonna go out, to
I
the
would
club,
never put anybody ask me, "Hey, bitch, I just met asked me $500, you can pack salt." I mean, it's just that quick. What do you mean? Oh, my cat. That's right, you're a cat. That's what I would have said. Okay, well, you ain't getting no pussy. Apparently not. Get the hell out of here. I'm not getting $500. I get a hell of a hooker.
about gas or ass. But I heard. Was it true that? Did you say your speakers blow out?
Yeah. They cranked the radio up so loud multiple times they blew the speakers out. Even though I kept telling them knock it off.
I would recommend getting some kickers. They're super cheap, and some of them.
Then
come
if I
with-
told them to knock it off, they would have knocked it off.
Oh man, but I listen to jazz music. I can't be using kickers. I gotta be using Infinities or Bowers and Wilkins or something nice,
No, so you can buy an adapter.
What kind of jazz you like? Like Ellington or Count Basie or big band jazz?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
like Diana Krall and Frank Sinatra and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider
Oh,
that
yeah.
jazz. It's more pop music from the 40s, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Jazz?
It was so my dad was born in 1948. He's 71, 73 now. I forget fucking old he is. That's his music.
Oh, neat.
And how old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah, are you 28?
Yeah. But like I said, Grandma raised me Catholic school, blah blah blah, and I played jazz piano. I was kind of,
Oh, really? Oh, really?
off the grid.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. That'd be funny
Well,
if,
thank
like, are you pretty good at jazz piano? That's not easy, by the way. I play guitar, and I know how difficult that is.
I'm mediocre, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
You know what would be really funny? You blow up stuff. Why don't you get an old piano and like do your best piece, and then just have it like explode at the end of the piece and put it on TikTok? What do you think?
Yeah. That
Free
sounds
idea.
great.
See, I'm not even asking you, Freddie. I'm giving you something. Dress up and then I don't know, light the suit you're on, light the whole thing on fire and start playing it. It'd be funny.
Yeah. Like the guy who did the Great Balls of Fire video with the burning.
Yeah. Just actually set the actual piano on fire. And you're playing this thing. That'd be great. See, that's what real people help each other out with. Here's an idea. Take it. There you go.
Yeah.
Be real people like they take care of my cat.
Soap, you got anything else, man?
Yeah, just remember, Blake, cash, gas, or ass. It's the best motto.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
10-4, good buddy.
There you go.
All right, we'll go with Creed.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hello,
What's
Blake.
up, Creed?
Hello. Nice to meet you, Creed.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a very straightforward question. How much are you on the spectrum?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty far on there. I have Asperger's syndrome, yeah. So, well, at least they don't diaggnose that anymore technically, but
yeah.
I know.
Let me ask you something about that.
I'm
Let
sorry.
me ask you something about that. Did any of your parents try to? Did you tell them about this girl or? Because I think that's the issue.
Man,
that's why
this
you didn't
is.
pick up
I'm
on
gonna
it.
try and condense this as much as possible. So,
Sure.
Grandma died. Mom died. Dad lost his mind when his dad died and did drugs and then ran away, and we lost the family business because he lost his mind. And I can't really contact him for anything anymore. And there is no parents.
There's no parent. You're on your own completely.
I have one grandma left, but I don't think she's gonna.
She raised you, right?
No. Unfortunately, the one that raised me is the one who died.
Oh, that's terrible, dude. I'm sorry to hear that.
Awful. That's fucking awful, man.
Yeah. Okay, for the future reference, this is going to be a big lesson for you, buddy. Never trust anyone who's going to say, "Yeah, I'm going to give you clout." That's the number one red flag.
Yeah, especially when they have 4,000 subs. Somebody says I got 2 million subs. And
that's going to be your lesson, moving on for now. And honestly, you should get that money. Don't even fucking say anything. Just be like, give me my money.
Give me my money.
Cut
send
the
it now.
fucking content off. Don't ever talk to her.
You
Don't
really
give her the
can't
time
talk
of
to
day.
these people again.
It's kind of disgusting what they did to you. If it was
really
me,
is.
I would have gone scorcher.
Yeah, I'm laughing
you're
at you,
fucking-
but it doesn't make it any less disgusting. It just makes it's just funny that it happened. It's not it's fun. It's the story is funny. It's not funny that it happened. You know what I mean? It's a story.
Yeah.
It's
Fair
funny. I mean, I don't want to wish that on anybody, but yeah, you gotta. I wish you had somebody to kind of check with if something like this was a good idea. Have you? Was that like? Did you have a little aspirations for possibly making a little more than friendship going in?
Way back when we first met, yes, I thought I had a crush on this person, but that was completely
hold on a
over
second.
with.
Hold
when we
on
went
a
on this
second.
trip.
Don't worry about it, Blake. Hey, Matt.
What's up?
Shut the fuck up, all right? I told you I was right. Go ahead, Blake.
Oh, well, I mean, no one asked me about that before, but yeah, at the very
exactly.
beginning, I don't have anything to hide here. Someone else might deny it, but no, yeah, I had a crush on him when we first
Let me
met.
tell you something, Blake. One of the things I really like about you is you seem like a very honest man.
Thanks.
You don't pull any punches, and you're a very honest man. And you can get your balls busted, which is always impresses me.
And honest to God, if you need help, there's people in this community right
yeah,
now.
I
that
mean,
can probably
in
help
our
you.
community, I mean, I'm like you need to talk to me. You go to Matt, or you can go to Matt, but we can get you on the thumbnail track like immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much you're making.
I mean,
I'm not. We're not joking. We could probably get you
So-
there. We know the one big YouTube thumbnail guy. All you got to do is give him like $5-6, and he'll make you a thumbnail. And he makes real good ones.
That's
the commentary community. If you wanted something like that, and then there's other guys out there that make them for free.
Especially in
I've
this
had
situation?
bad luck with free thumbnails. They've been pretty crappy, but
Well, I've had great.
Well, I
luck
mean, you
with-
might have to start paying for them then. I could. Who's the Irish kid that does them? What's his name? I forget.
You mean
Safu, right?
Stafford? Yeah.
Greg Beck?
Stafford.
Yeah. He's reasonably priced.
Yeah, there's people
I
that
used
can
to
do
use
it.
Fiverr, but I got scammed like twice. They just took like art off
Really?
of Google and then threw it all together, and yeah, I was like,
You
I think it was
poor
back when I was
kind
streaming
soul.
video games.
Yeah.
Before I gave up on that, and I was like, streaming video games is for idiots. Like this is oversaturated. So
Oh, it's definitely that is true. It is oversaturated. All right. Is there anything else?
Anything else, Creed?
That's it. I just hope best of luck, buddy. Just honest to best of luck, and I hope you get that fucking
thanks.
money.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. And
All
if
right.
that makes it in the final cut, I just want to say streaming video games is fine, but if you're trying to get into it, it's a bitch. So
It is. I can only imagine.
I came
What's up,
back
Corey?
for another question.
Go for it, Corey.
Because now you opened that door. So were you hoping to get laid? Like, be honest.
Yeah, he was. He basically admitted it. He didn't have to use those words, but yeah. Said he wanted a relationship. What else do you think that means?
I mean, we're talking a long while ago. I had a crush on them, and they turned me down. And I don't like get hung up on people, right? So I was already looking for someone else, right? And I had found someone else before this trip started. So
Okay.
You deserve a nice woman, Blake.
oh, thank you. I mean, we're not
got a big heart.
together.
You
The
got a
person
big
that I
heart.
found,
Indeed.
I'm not with yet, but we're dating. So
Well, good luck,
Oh,
bud. here's
Hey,
rooting
one
for you.
girl. Stick with one girl. And I tell you something. I tell this to all these guys, all right? Once you have a girl, you have no more girlfriends. You have girl acquaintances. So you're dating the one girl, and that's it. Yeah.
no, yeah,
That's how it
absolutely.
works. That's the way you should look at it.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, I
guess we
can't have more than one girlfriend anyway. I run around with like a chicken with my head cut off sometimes between work and everything else.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. I think we can end this here.
We got one last caller.
Well, I'll take one last caller.
Yeah.
I think Blake's been through enough.
Yeah. It was gonna be my last caller anyways. I don't know. They might not even come back up because they just put their hand down. I heard you so.
That works. I mean, I have to film a video tonight too. This took a little longer than I thought it would, but it's okay.
No worries, man. All right.
We'll get you out of here in a second. Don't worry.
Yeah. Calypso G, unmute. You got 20 seconds. Calypso
Hey
G.
man, can you plug your channel so we could
It's fucking
view
brick.
your-
God damn it. All right, there you
All
go.
right, okay.
All right.
All
Plug-
right, let's end this. But Blake, it's nice to meet you. I'll send you. I like to send you a friend request if you accept it.
Blake,
If you're worried about somebody taking advantage of you, or anything like that, you can talk to me. If you're not because you don't know me, you can talk to Matt. And sometimes it's we used to do this. You do an optics check, so to speak, whether it's a video or anything like that. We'd be happy to help you. I'll talk to see. We'll talk to people and see you by this weekend if we can get you somebody to make thumbnails. I don't know how good they'll be, but I imagine even after if we talked about it, where we upload this, then I imagine you'll have a few offers. So
Wow.
I think we'll leave. I hope so. We'll see what we can do. Maybe talk to
All right.
Seth too.
And I'm gonna put your TikTok in the paid server chat in the free server.
Yeah, we'll plug you if we upload this stuff too. I don't know how many. Everything's
right.
acting weird on YouTube, and we used to get like 2,000-3,000 hits a video, but I don't know what we're gonna get now. But we'll definitely.
Yeah.
Hey,
you
thanks.
Thanks for being a good sport.
If I had a choice, I'd ask you to plug the YouTube because I'm kind of transitioning to YouTube, but that's fine.
Sure, we'll put that.
We'll do that too. We'll do that too. Send me the YouTube.
Yeah. Because the TikTok's got like 600,000. I mean, it's nice of you to plug it, but it won't, I don't think it'll change much on the TikTok. And I'm moving to YouTube. TikTok, the freaking regulations and stuff over there are just beating me to death. They violated like 8 of my videos in the last couple of months. It's just a pain. So,
are you Electric Blake on YouTube?
Yeah, not the gaming channel. Like I said, I kind of gave up on the gaming channel. I just post shit.
You got 8,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, that is the correct channel. Yeah, that's the one I've been posting.
Okay. You're doing good, man.
Yeah, but you're doing fine.
Yeah, you get
Take
there.
care of yourself, man. And like, you come to us if you're worried about somebody doing you dirty. You can run it by us. We'll tell you the deal. You just gotta trust us. Look, I understand what it's like. You know, you see a pretty girl, you get tunnel vision. It is what it is, man. I've been there. All right, let's end this one.
All right, Blake, you have a good one, sir.
You have a great one, Blake.
I hope
you're always a friend of our show if you want to be.
Yeah, and you take it easy, buddy. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one. Good luck in your videos. Anything to end it with, Tommy?
Fuck all y'all.
Later, guys.